Douglas, MAWEJJE, and this area is called Kasao Mukono. We are within Nachifuma sub-county. So I am an entrepreneur and a trainer. I train modern farming. I do goats farming as an entrepreneur. I also train others who want to venture into goats farming. Modern farming means that doing a project or business with the intention of using modern methods. The modern methods of farming means that the method changes the way you do things. Secondly, you also involved good inputs. For instance, if I'm going to do modern farming, goats farming, it means that I have a couple of things I need to change up. I don't go for rudimentary methods of farming. It means I have to consider the kind of farm inputs I'm going to use, that at the end of the day I'm going to have a high yield. High yield means that I'm going to get good profits. I'm going to have good results in that project I'm investing in. So modern farming, it cuts across high yields and good profits margin. It's measuring more profitability and commercializing of farming, of commercializing of any product you are involved in. So modern farming cuts across all that. So it comes across treatment, meaning that you should have good knowledge about what you are going to do, so that you manage the project well, and at the end of the day you get good results from it. That is, if I'm going to do goats farming as a business, means that I have to be knowledgeable about the breed. I should think about how I'm supposed to earn from it. I should think about market, and even I should think about how I'm supposed to grow from one stage to another. So I should be able to know all the development stages. I may start with a few goats. In my mind, it's not what I'm seeing. I'm seeing it as I start small, but I think big. So I have a bigger picture of where I'm going to be in the next 5 years, 3 to 5 years. So modern farming cuts across all that. One of the key things you should know about goats farming before you engage in them, in that project, should be able to be knowing the breed and breeding. If you know the breed, it means that where you are going to buy a breeding stock, you know what you want, so that you avoid misuse of money, so that you avoid to be misled. Many times in today's world, if you go for something you don't know, you end up being misled and misuse your money. You can be misled by people who after money, who don't care what you are going to do. So meaning that you should be able knowing the breed. In goats farming, you should be able to understand the good breed and how to breed the goats. Are you going to start with the locals? Are you going to start with the crosses from either Savannah or Boer? Are you going to, which type of breed you want? Which product you want to know at the end of the day? Basically, me, I started at a second stage, whereby I went for the good crosses. You should be able to select a good goat. We call them nannies. You should get to know the right body score. You should be able to assess its pedigree or blood percentage. If it goes for the back, make sure that you consider a lot of things when you're choosing a back. Consider the blood in relationship with what you are going to cross it with. If it's going to serve a cross, of course you are going to get a good standard kids that are going to give you good breeds that can earn you money. And at the end of the day, the reason why we're going to this South African goats cross with our local MAWEJJE, because we want to have a goat that can withstand diseases, and secondly, that goat that can grow faster, that can put on weight, since we target meat industry, and we are targeting also breeding. Breeding means that I'm going to breed and sell to other farmers that are going to start what I'm doing. Meaning that I have to sell them quality goats that are going to create market for me, that are going to help me to promote what I'm going to do, I'm doing, and also that this person who has bought these goats can get mileage from how much has invested in. It's not about going for any type of goat. So now it depends on your level. I'm not saying that it's only for those who have money, but you can start with local goats. If you want to start with these traditional goats, our local, those short East African, you need to consider the blood of the back. The back is a male goat. So you have to consider actually the product you are going to produce or you are going to have as kids in these goats. So as the question was standing, that what does it need to know? Yeah, you should be able to know the breed. If you understand the breed, you can have a good farm. Secondly, you should have a clear roadmap of what you are going to do, what we call a business plan. I should be able to know when should I be able to earn from these goats. When should I be able to know the numbers? How many goats should be having after 3 days, after 2 years? How many goats should be able to have in 3 years? So that I can able to project whether what I am in, what I'm involved in, whether it makes a business sense, whether I can earn from it, not just participating. But the goal here is to do goats farming as a business. I'm looking at profitability and commercializing what I'm going to do, so that I can earn from it, so that I can able to meet my needs or to meet other needs of the community that are beyond me. So secondly, or thirdly, you need to consider your structure. If you have a good structure, it will help you to make sure that you manage these goats very well, whereby they are free from prey, they are free from bad weather, so that they are safe even at night. So having a good structure helps them to be safe from the weather, as I've said. So it is very key. And also you need to consider your budget if you are building a structure for goats. If your budget is smaller, so your structure should be able to relate to rhyme with your budget. If you are not having if you have some good money to spend, you can build a razor, which is more expensive. But majorly here, I always want to do something which may not scare someone who wants to start, which is user-friendly for everyone. So majorly, the structure is not completely A, B, C, D. It depends on the budget you have and what you have on plan, in your business plan. So a structure is very important to be part on your variable that you put in your budget. Secondly, you have to consider what you are going to feed these goats. You need to feed them well in a variety of feeds that can come across good pastures, grains, supplements, mineral links, and mineral links, yes, and also other traditional supplements like I'm forgetting the local name. Chisura. Chisura is also one of the products which we use on our farms, depending on the budget you have. So the feeding is very, very important, because when the goats are not fed, they will not get good. They will not look good. You will not get good kids, and these kids are very important because are the one that make a flock that gives you money in the long run. So majorly, other thing you should know that goats farming, it's an investment. It's not something you are going to earn tomorrow. Yeah. So based on experience, a goats project should have the break-even of 3 years. We believe that in the 3rd year you can able to earn from these goats, and they can also able to maintain to meet the expenses, to make sure that the farm runs well. You can able to prepare for the caretaker. You can able to meet drugs for the goats. You can be able to make sure that you expand your farm to buy more other land, so that you grow the farm, so that the farm grows to other levels. So another thing is about knowing the diseases. If you don't know the diseases, you are going to find out of challenge. So having the diseases and the causes, it helps you to prevent your farm to fail. When your farm is well managed, you know how to prevent disease. We call it preventive management. You vaccinate at the right time. They are fed well. You know the right drug to use. You should be able to have the drugs that can prevent common diseases like diarrhea, fever, cough, wounds. You should be able to be knowing that, so that your farm can able to move on from one stage to another. So knowing the diseases and their causes and the prevention is paramount and very key. And knowing the right drug to use to treat the goats very well. Also, another thing you need to consider as you venture into goats farming is also the knowledge. You need to build knowledge, compound of knowledge about what you are engaged in. How do you do that? Attending training, so that you get to know all what I know. Drugs, how to select the right breed, understand the business from A up to Z. This training helps you to even get in touch with other farmers. These farmers where they're actually your customers. So if you become an island, you'll get stuck. So also market access is also very important. You should be able to understand what you are selling, your product, and whom is interested in your product. So in goats farming, we look at meat industry and breeding for others who want to start. So you should be able to be knowing all that if you want to venture into goats farming.